Hello everyone and welcome. In today's DMV Permit Practice Test Florida practice session, we'll go through 200 updated questions designed to help you prepare for the exam. When each question appears, pause the video first, choose the answer you believe is correct, then comment your answer below before resuming the video to see the correct answer. Keep track of your score as you move through the questions, and let's get started. Question 1. When looking through a turn, you should: Option A, turn both your head and your shoulders to get a better look. Option B, turn just your head, not your shoulders. Option C, use only your mirrors. Option D, only move your eyes, not your head. The correct answer is option B, turn just your head, not your shoulders. Explanation: when turning, look through the turn to where you want to go. Turn just your head, not your shoulders, and keep your eyes level with the horizon. Question 2. It is important to frequently check the traffic behind you when: Option A, changing lanes. Option B, driving down steep hills. Option C, slowing down. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, changing lanes. Explanation: check the traffic behind your vehicle no less than once every 10 seconds. It is important to know what surrounding traffic is doing while you are changing lanes, backing up, slowing down, or driving down steep hills. Question 3. When entering a highway from a driveway or private road, you should: Option A, yield to the vehicle on your left. Option B, yield to the vehicle on your right. Option C, yield to all vehicles already on the roadway. Option D, turn on your headlights and proceed quickly without yielding. The correct answer is option A, yield to the vehicle on your left. Explanation: when entering a public highway from an alley, private road, or driveway, you must yield to traffic already on the roadway. Enter traffic when it is safe to do so. Question 4. If not otherwise prohibited by a sign, a driver stopped at a solid red traffic light may: Option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Option B, never turn right. Option C, turn right at any time. Option D, turn right only after sounding their horn. The correct answer is option A, turn right after yielding to other traffic and pedestrians. Explanation: after stopping at an intersection with a solid red traffic light, you may turn right unless a sign prohibits such movement. You must yield to all pedestrians and all vehicles before making such a turn. Question 5. If a vehicle using high beams comes toward you, you should look toward blank of the road. Option A, either side. Option B, the center. Option C, the right side. Option D, the left side. The correct answer is option C, the right side. Explanation: if a vehicle approaching you is using its high beams and fails to dim them, you should glance toward the right side of the road. This will keep you from being blinded by the other vehicle's headlights and will allow you to see well enough to stay on your course until the vehicle passes. Question 6. Where may a motorcycle operator use a complete traffic lane? Option A, only on rural highways. Option B, only on city streets. Option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed. Option D, nowhere. Motorcyclists must share lanes with other drivers. The correct answer is option C, on all highways and streets where motorcycles are allowed. Explanation: motorcyclists are entitled to a complete traffic lane on every roadway where motorcycles are allowed to be operated. However, operators of motorcycles and mopeds may choose to drive two abreast in a single lane. Question 7. Headlights must be used: Option A, after 6 p.m. and before 7 a.m. Option B, after 7 p.m. and before 8 a.m. Option C, after 8 p.m. and before 7 a.m. during daylight savings time. Option D, from sunset to sunrise. The correct answer is option D, from sunset to sunrise. Explanation: you must have your headlights turned on when driving from a half hour after sunset until a half hour before sunrise. Turn on your headlights when driving in lowered visibility situations. Question 8. What does this hand signal mean? Option A, slow or stop. Option B, left turn. Option C, right turn. Option D, backing up. The correct answer is option A, slow or stop. Explanation: instead of or in addition to mechanical turn signals, operators may use hand signals to indicate turns or stops. If an operator's left arm is bent at the elbow and pointing downward, it means the operator plans to slow down or stop. Question 9. Which of the following is not a backing maneuver that you will be asked to perform during the basic control skills test? Option A, straight line backing. Option B, offset /right. Option C, offset /left. Option D, blind offset. The correct answer is option A, straight line backing. Explanation: backing maneuvers that may be included in the basic vehicle control skills test include straight line backing, offset /right, offset /left, driver's side parallel parking, conventional parallel parking, and alley docking. Question 10. When you want to overtake and pass another vehicle, you should: Option A, wait for a signal from the other driver. Option B, change lanes quickly so the other driver will see you. Option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Option D, stay close behind the vehicle so you need less time to pass. The correct answer is option C, signal and pass when it is safe to do so. Explanation: if conditions are safe and legal for passing, check in your mirrors and signal your lane change. Before you pull into the left lane, look quickly over your left shoulder to make sure there is no vehicle in your blind spot. Question 11. Which vehicles must stop at all railroad crossings? Option A, pickup trucks. Option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Option C, motorcycles. Option D, vehicles towing a trailer. The correct answer is option B, school buses and occupied passenger buses. Explanation: school buses with or without passengers, transit buses with passengers on board, and vehicles carrying explosives or flammable cargo must stop at all railroad crossings. Question 12. During an applied leakage test, the maximum leakage rate for a triple combination vehicle is: Option A, 10 psi in a minute. Option B, 8 psi in a minute. Option C, 6 psi in a minute. Option D, 4 psi in a minute. The correct answer is option C, 6 psi in a minute. Explanation: it is important to know the maximum air loss rate that is safe for your specific vehicle. A triple combination should have a leakage rate no higher than 6 psi in a minute during an applied leakage test. Question 13. HOV lanes are reserved for: Option A, vehicles with multiple passengers. Option B, motorcycles. Option C, government vehicles. Option D, vehicles with one occupant. The correct answer is option D, vehicles with one occupant. Explanation: HOV stands for high occupancy vehicles. HOV lanes are reserved for vehicles with more than one occupant. Signs indicate how many people must be in the vehicle, as well as the days and hours during which the restriction applies. Question 14. You may avoid the risks of alcohol-related crashes by: Option A, deciding before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Option B, simply saying, "No thanks, I'm driving," if someone offers you a drink. Option C, calling a taxi. Option D, doing any of the above. The correct answer is option A, deciding before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Explanation: the only way to avoid the risks of drinking and driving is to decide before you start drinking that you are not going to drive. Because alcohol affects your judgment, it will be harder for you to make safe decisions after you have started drinking. Question 15. Drinking coffee after drinking alcohol. Option A, decreases blood alcohol concentration. Option B, cancels the effect of the alcohol. Option C, has no effect on blood alcohol concentration. Option D, increases blood alcohol concentration. The correct answer is option C, has no effect on blood alcohol concentration. Explanation: drinking coffee will not reduce your blood alcohol concentration, BAC. While it may help you to stay awake, it cannot change your BAC or make you sober. Question 16. When loading a trailer, weight should be: Option A, placed as high as possible. Option B, placed as low as possible. Option C, placed only on the left side if possible. Option D, placed only on the right side if possible. The correct answer is option A, placed as high as possible. Explanation: weight of cargo should be loaded into a trailer as low as possible. If the weight of cargo is positioned too high in a trailer, it will put the vehicle at risk of tipping over. Question 17. It is recommended that you take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to: Option A, start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Option B, start in the center of the curve and stay there until you exit. Option C, weave between all three lane positions while taking a curve. Option D, start on the inside of the curve and stay there until you exit. The correct answer is option A, start on the inside of the curve and drift toward the outside. Explanation: if there is no traffic present, it is recommended that riders take a curve by beginning on the outside of the curve, moving to the inside of the curve, and exiting on the outside of the curve. An alternate option is to start the curve in the center of the lane and remain in the center throughout the curve. Be aware of changing road and traffic conditions and adjust as necessary. Question 18. It is illegal to follow within blank of a fire truck that is sounding its alarm. Option A, 1 mile. Option B, 1,000 feet. Option C, 750 feet. Option D, 500 feet. The correct answer is option D, 500 feet. Explanation: you must not follow a fire truck responding to an emergency at a distance closer than 500 feet. You must not drive or park your vehicle within a block of where a fire truck has stopped to respond to an emergency. Question 19. While driving, your wheels slip off the edge of the road. You should: Option A, jerk the steering wheel to force the vehicle back onto the pavement. Option B, speed up and steer back onto the pavement gradually. Option C, slam on your brakes and stop. Option D, slow down by gently using the brakes. Turn the steering wheel to return to the pavement at a safe speed. The correct answer is option D, slow down by gently using the brakes. Turn the steering wheel to return to the pavement at a safe speed. Explanation: if your vehicle begins to leave the road, continue to drive with the wheels off the pavement and reduce your speed by gently applying the brakes. When at a safe speed, turn the steering wheel to return to the pavement. Do not attempt to force your vehicle back onto the pavement by sharply turning the steering wheel. Question 20. When traveling on a multi-lane roadway with traffic moving in opposite directions, how should drivers use the shared center lane? Option A, to pass other vehicles. Option B, to slow down or stop before turning left. Option C, as a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. Option D, as a parking lane. The correct answer is option C, as a through traffic lane when traffic is moving too slowly. Explanation: the only time a vehicle should enter the center lane is at a point where the vehicle will have time to slow down or stop in order to make a safe left turn maneuver. The center lane should never be used as a passing lane or as a through traffic lane. Question 21. When parallel parking, you should park within blank inches of the curb. Option A, 10. Option B, 12. Option C, 18. Option D, 24. The correct answer is option C, 18. Explanation: when parallel parking your vehicle, your wheels should be within 18 inches of the curb. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction. Question 22. When you are being passed from behind, you should: Option A, ride in the center portion of the lane. Option B, ride in the left portion of the lane. Option C, ride in the right portion of the lane. Option D, ride in any portion of the lane. The correct answer is option A. Right in the center portion of the lane. Explanation. When you are being passed from behind, stay in the center portion of your lane. This will discourage the other driver from re-entering your lane before it is safe. Question 23. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle in a no-passing zone on a road with 2 lanes traveling in opposite directions, you should pull over to let others pass if Option A. One vehicle is behind you. Option B. 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option C. 5 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Option D. The road is posted with slow-moving vehicle signs. The correct answer is option B. 2 or more vehicles form a line behind you and it's unsafe for them to pass. Explanation. If you are driving a slow-moving vehicle on a 2-lane road where it is unsafe to pass and 5 or more vehicles are in a line behind you, you must pull over and stop to let them pass if it is safe for you to do so. Question 24. A steady yellow light at an intersection means Option A. Go. Option B. Yield to other cars. Option C. Slow down and prepare to stop. Option D. Stop. The correct answer is option C. Slow down and prepare to stop. Explanation. A steady yellow light indicates that a steady red light will soon appear. If you are driving toward an intersection and a yellow light appears, slow down and prepare to stop. If you are already within the intersection or cannot stop safely before entering the intersection, continue through carefully. Question 25. When following a car at night, you can see the road more easily by Option A. Increasing your following distance and turning off your headlight. Option B. Using the headlights of the vehicle ahead. Option C. Passing the car and using your high beam. Option D. Dropping far back and using your high beam. The correct answer is option C. Passing the car and using your high beam. Explanation. When following a car at night, take advantage of the area illuminated by its headlights to help you see as far ahead as possible. Your high beam should not be used when following or meeting a car. Question 26. You should not park within blank of an intersection. Option A. 20 feet. Option B. 30 feet. Option C. 35 feet. Option D. 45 feet. The correct answer is option A. 20 feet. Explanation. You should not park within 20 feet of an intersection. An improperly parked vehicle may cause a crash. Question 27. Drivers should use headlights when Option A. Visibility is 400 feet or less. Option B. Driving between sunset and sunrise. Option C. It is raining. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Visibility is 400 feet or less. Explanation. The law requires use of headlights from sunset to sunrise and when visibility is 400 feet or less. When it is raining, drivers should use their low-beam headlights and windshield wipers. Question 28. While backing, you should Option A. Rely only on your mirrors. Option B. Flash your lights. Option C. Open your door to see if it is safe to proceed. Option D. Turn your head and look through the rear window. The correct answer is option D. Turn your head and look through the rear window. Explanation. When intending to back up, always check behind your vehicle before getting in. Children and small objects are difficult to see from the driver's seat. While backing, turn your head so you can see through the rear window. Do not depend only on your mirrors or sensors. Question 29. Another driver is trying to pass your car. You should Option A. Pull off the road. Option B. Signal to the other driver when it is safe for them to pass. Option C. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to allow safe passing. Option D. Speed up. The correct answer is option C. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to allow safe passing. Explanation. Keep right when another driver begins to pass you on the left. Check for oncoming traffic and adjust your speed to let the passing vehicle move back into the right lane as easily as possible. Question 30. Hydraulic brakes can fail due to Option A, a loss of pressure. Option B, cold weather. Option C, driving uphill for long periods of time. Option D, grooves in the roadway. The correct answer is option A, a loss of pressure. Explanation: failure of hydraulic brakes is often caused by a loss of hydraulic pressure. Hydraulic brakes may also fade because of overuse on a long downgrade. Question 31. What should you do when confronted with an aggressive driver? Option A, make eye contact. Option B, try to stay in the other driver's way. Option C, ignore their gestures. Option D, have a conversation. The correct answer is option A, make eye contact. Explanation: if confronted by an aggressive driver, the most important thing for you to do is get out of their way. Avoid making eye contact, do not challenge them by increasing your speed, and do not let yourself be provoked by any angry gestures they direct toward you. Question 32. Making eye contact with a driver at an intersection. Option A is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Option B is important if the driver is pulling out from a side street. Option C does not mean that the driver sees you. Option D confuses the driver. The correct answer is option A, is a sure sign that the driver will properly yield. Explanation: never count on eye contact as a sign that a driver will yield. Too often, a driver looks right at a motorcyclist and still fails to see them. If a car can enter your path, assume that it will. Question 33. To prepare for anything coming up on the road ahead, you should: Option A, stare straight ahead at all times. Option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Option C, consistently ride 10 miles per hour under the speed limit. Option D, maintain focus toward the middle of the road. The correct answer is option B, continually scan the entire road and all roadsides. Explanation: your ability to handle dangerous traffic situations depends largely on searching for and identifying problems before meeting them. Looking far ahead of your vehicle does not mean you should simply stare at the center of the road. You need to continually scan the entire road, including the sides of the road. Question 34. You should never park a vehicle. Option A, within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Option B, within 20 feet of a crosswalk. Option C, within 30 feet of any flashing signal located on the side of a roadway. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A, within 50 feet of a railroad crossing. Explanation: locations where it is prohibited to park include within 50 feet of a railroad crossing, within 20 feet of a crosswalk at an intersection, and within 30 feet of a signal light, stop sign, or flashing beacon on the side of the roadway. Question 35. A traffic signal showing a steady red light means: Option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Option B, stop, look for danger, and then cross the intersection. Option C, slow down and yield to other traffic. Option D, quickly drive through the intersection. The correct answer is option A, stop. Don't travel straight ahead while the light is red. Explanation: a steady red traffic light means drivers must come to a complete stop. You must wait until the traffic light turns green and there is no crossing traffic before you move ahead. Question 36. When changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should: Option A, honk your horn to let drivers behind you know you might not be able to see them. Option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Option C, look in your mirrors before staring straight ahead. Option D, none of these. The correct answer is option B, slow down to shrink your blind spot. Explanation: before changing lanes on a multi-lane roadway, you should check your mirrors and blind spots. Check your blind spot by looking over your shoulder in the direction that you are moving. Question 37. Two solid white lines painted across a traffic lane show the boundaries of a crosswalk. As a driver, you should know that: Option A, motor vehicles have the right of way over pedestrians in crosswalks. Option B, when pedestrians are in crosswalks, they should be given the right of way. Option C, no one has the right of way in a crosswalk. Option D, pedestrians are responsible to stay out of the way of all traffic. The correct answer is option C, no one has the right of way in a crosswalk. Explanation: crosswalk lines show pedestrians where to safely cross a road or street. Crosswalks may be marked by horizontal lines, vertical lines, or a combination of the two. You must always stop for pedestrians who are in a crosswalk. Question 38. You are driving along a street and hear a siren. You cannot immediately see the emergency vehicle. You should: Option A, keep driving until you see the vehicle. Option B, pull to the curb and look to see if it is on your street. Option C, slow down. Don't stop until you see it. Option D, speed up and turn at the next intersection. The correct answer is option A, keep driving until you see the vehicle. Explanation: if you hear a siren or an air horn close by, but do not know exactly where the emergency vehicle is, safely pull over to the right side of the road and stop until you are sure it is not headed toward you. Question 39. Where should you never make a U-turn? Option A, at the crest of a hill. Option B, near a curve. Option C, where drivers cannot see you for 500 feet in both directions. Option D, any of the above. The correct answer is option A, at the crest of a hill. Explanation: do not make a U-turn at the crest of a hill, near a curve, or in a place where you or other drivers cannot see 500 feet away. You should only make a U-turn when it is safe to do so. Question 40. An approaching driver fails to dim their high-beam headlights. Where should you look? Option A, at the wheels of the approaching vehicle. Option B, toward the right side of the road. Option C, toward the left side of the road. Option D, straight down the middle of the road. The correct answer is option B, toward the right side of the road. Explanation: if an approaching driver fails to dim their high beams, glance toward the right side of the road. This will keep you from being blinded by the other vehicle's headlights and will allow you to see enough of the road to stay on course until the other vehicle has passed. Question 41. You come to an intersection displaying a flashing red light. You should: Option A, come to a full stop and go when it is safe to do so. Option B, stop only if other cars are also approaching the intersection. Option C, stop only if other cars are already within the intersection. Option D, slow down and be prepared to stop, if necessary. The correct answer is option D, slow down and be prepared to stop, if necessary. Explanation: a flashing red traffic light has the same meaning as a stop sign. You must stop, yield the right of way, and go once it is safe. Question 42. When approaching a steady red traffic light, drivers should: Option A, drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B, continue driving as they have the right of way. Option C, stop only if a police officer is nearby. Option D, come to a complete stop. The correct answer is option D, come to a complete stop. Explanation: a steady red traffic light indicates that drivers must come to a complete stop. Driving through a red light is against the law and is extremely dangerous. Drivers may turn right on a steady red light if there is no sign prohibiting a turn on red. Question 43. At an intersection, a signal showing a green arrow and a red light means: Option A, you may safely turn in the direction of the arrow. Option B, stop, then proceed straight through the intersection. Option C, stop, even if turning in the direction of the green arrow. Option D, all traffic must turn in the direction of the arrow. The correct answer is option A, you may safely turn in the direction of the arrow. Explanation: a green arrow means that you can safely turn in the direction of the arrow. If other vehicles or pedestrians are already in the intersection, you must yield the right of way before turning. Question 44. The standee line. Option A is a line on the floor of a bus that passengers may not cross. Option B is a single file line of standing passengers. Option C shows the maximum number of people allowed on a bus. Option D shows how tall the passengers on a bus may be. The correct answer is option A, is a line on the floor of a bus that passengers may not cross. Explanation: while a bus is traveling, passengers may not stand any farther forward than the rear of the driver's seat. To mark this barrier, a bus that is designed to allow passengers to stand must have a 2-inch line on the floor or some other means of showing passengers where they cannot stand. This is known as the standee line. Question 45. You were stopped at a railroad crossing where a train has just passed. You should: option A, look and listen for another approaching train, then cross the tracks if they are clear. Option B, assume no other trains are approaching. Option C, quickly start to cross the tracks. Option D, wait 20 seconds before crossing the tracks. The correct answer is option A. Look and listen for another approaching train, then cross the tracks if they are clear. Explanation: when the last car of a train passes through a railroad crossing where you were waiting, do not proceed until you are sure no train is coming on another track from either direction. After you are certain the tracks are clear, you may cross. Question 46. The highway transportation system is made up of: option A, people. Option B, vehicles. Option C, roads. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, vehicles. Explanation: the highway transportation system consists of 3 major components: people, vehicles, and roads. It is a complex system with many diverse elements. Question 47. When driving on wet roads, you should: option A, increase your following distance to 5 or 6 seconds. Option B, decrease your following distance to 2 seconds. Option C, not be concerned about your following distance. Option D, maintain the 4-second following distance rule. The correct answer is option A, increase your following distance to 5 or 6 seconds. Explanation: when roads become wet, you should increase your following distance to 5 or 6 seconds. Question 48. Pen and shape signs indicate: option A, school zones. Option B, speed limits. Option C, railroad crossings. Option D, no passing zones. The correct answer is option D, no passing zones. Explanation: pen and shaped signs usually indicate no passing zones. Text will also be on the sign to confirm that it is a no passing zone. Question 49. The brake pedal is part of which braking system? Option A, the service brake system. Option B, the parking brake system. Option C, the emergency brake system. Option D, the auxiliary brake system. The correct answer is option A, the service brake system. Explanation: the service brake system applies and releases the brakes when a driver presses the brake pedal while driving normally. Question 50. How can a driver help prevent accidents during long trips? Option A, stop every couple of hours to rest. Option B, avoid medication that may cause drowsiness. Option C, set a limit of 300 minutes for 100 miles of driving per day. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, set a limit of 300 minutes for 100 miles of driving per day. Explanation: drivers making long trips can help prevent accidents from drowsy driving by stopping every couple of hours to stretch and rest. They should set a limit of 300 minutes for 100 miles driven per day. Before beginning a trip, drivers should get a good night's rest and avoid taking any medication that may make them drowsy. Question 51. Drivers should check their mirrors approximately every: option A, 10 seconds. Option B, 15 seconds. Option C, 30 seconds. Option D, 60 seconds. The correct answer is option A, 10 seconds. Explanation: about every 10 seconds, check your mirrors to see if any vehicle is following too closely. When checking your mirrors, do not take your eyes off the road for more than an instant. The vehicle in front of you could stop suddenly. Question 52. A modulating control valve can control the: option A, spring brakes. Option B, landing gear. Option C, air brakes. Option D, Anti-lock braking system ABS. The correct answer is option A. Spring brakes. Explanation. A modulating control valve allows a driver to gradually apply spring brakes. In equipped vehicles, the valve is controlled by a lever located on the dashboard. Question 53. Roads become very slippery. Option A, when it has been raining for an hour or more. Option B, the day after it rains. Option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Option D, right after the rain has stopped. The correct answer is option C, for the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm. Explanation. Pavement can become very slippery within the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm because the rain causes oil in the asphalt to rise to the surface of the road. This problem becomes even worse in hot weather. The heat combined with the water causes more oil to rise to the road surface. Question 54. Low beam headlights are effective for vehicles driving at speeds of up to Option A, 10 miles per hour. Option B, 25 miles per hour. Option C, 50 miles per hour. Option D, 70 miles per hour. The correct answer is option B, 25 miles per hour. Explanation. Low beam headlamps are only effective when driving at speeds of up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Avoid driving too fast for what you can see within your headlamps. Question 55. If your car starts to skid, turn your steering wheel. Option A, to keep the front wheel straight. Option B, in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Option C, in the opposite direction of the skid. Option D, in any direction. It doesn't matter. The correct answer is option B, in the direction you want the vehicle to go. Explanation. If your vehicle goes into a skid, you should turn the steering wheel in the direction you want the vehicle to go. As soon as the vehicle begins to straighten out, turn the steering wheel back the other way. Question 56. Highway and expressway guide signs are: Option A, orange with black letters. Option B, green with white letters. Option C, yellow with black letters. Option D, red with white letters. The correct answer is option B, green with white letters. Explanation. Highway and expressway guide signs are green with white letters. Question 57. Headlights must be used. Option A, whenever the driver is tired. Option B, between sunset and sunrise. Option C, only when the temperature drops below freezing. Option D, during the day under favorable weather conditions. The correct answer is option B, between sunset and sunrise. Explanation. Drivers must use their headlights between sunset and sunrise. You should use lower headlight beams, not your bright lights, when approaching within 500 feet of or following within 300 feet of another vehicle. Question 58. When changing lanes, you should: Option A, rely on your mirrors. Option B, begin signaling as you move into the next lane. Option C, signal at least 500 feet before your lane change when driving on residential streets. Option D, always check your blind spot. The correct answer is option B, begin signaling as you move into the next lane. Explanation. Other cars and motorcycles are often hidden in a vehicle's blind spot, so be sure to glance over your shoulder before you begin a lane change. Begin signaling 100 feet before changing lanes or turning in a residential area. Signal 5 seconds in advance when changing lanes on a freeway. Question 59. When approaching a flashing red traffic light, drivers should: Option A, drive through the intersection if there is no crossing traffic. Option B, continue driving as they have the right of way. Option C, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option D, treat the light like a stop sign. The correct answer is option D, treat the light like a stop sign. Explanation. Flashing red lights are used at dangerous intersections. Treat them like stop signs. Question 60. When driving on slippery roads, you should: Option A, use alternate routes. Option B, drive as you would on dry roads. Option C, increase your following distance. Option D, avoid crossing bridges or intersections. The correct answer is option C, increase your following distance. Explanation: on slippery roads, you should increase your following distance. It may take more time to stop your vehicle than it would under normal conditions. Question 61. When driving, how often should you check your rearview mirror for traffic behind you? Option A, every 2 to 4 seconds. Option B, every 4 to 6 seconds. Option C, every 6 to 8 seconds. Option D, every 8 to 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, every 6 to 8 seconds. Explanation: every 6 to 8 seconds, you should look at your rearview mirror to check on the traffic behind you. Question 62. When approaching a curve in the road, you should reduce your speed. Option A, only if you feel like it. Option B, if you feel unsafe. Option C, before you enter the curve. Option D, once you are halfway through the curve. The correct answer is option C, before you enter the curve. Explanation: always slow down near a curve or in any area where you cannot see clearly ahead. Reduce your speed before you enter a curve in the road, so you do not have to brake in the curve. Braking in a curve can cause a skid. Question 63. Defensive driving is: Option A, driving aggressively. Option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Option C, more dangerous than not driving defensively. Option D, a bad idea. The correct answer is option B, using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. Explanation: defensive driving is using safe driving strategies to prevent crashes. This means that you alter your driving to fit the weather conditions, the way you feel, and the actions of other drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians. Question 64. Taking drugs along with alcohol. Option A, increases the risk of causing a crash. Option B, is no more dangerous than consuming alcohol by itself. Option C, lessens the effect of alcohol on your ability to drive. Option D, has no effect on your general driving ability. The correct answer is option C, lessens the effect of alcohol on your ability to drive. Explanation: drugs including illegal, prescription, and over-the-counter medications can affect your brain function and impair your ability to drive safely. Combining alcohol with other drugs will increase the risk of a crash. Question 65. When parallel parking between two cars, you should first: Option A, turn your wheels to the left. Option B, turn your wheels to the right. Option C, pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Option D, back slowly. The correct answer is option C, pull up even with the car in front of your desired parking space. Explanation: after finding a parking space, checking traffic, and signaling, you should stop parallel to the vehicle directly ahead of your desired parking space before turning your wheel to park. Question 66. About blank of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Option A, 60%. Option B, 38%. Option C, 24%. Option D, 10%. The correct answer is option B, 38%. Explanation: drinking and driving is both illegal and dangerous. About 38% of all traffic fatalities involve alcohol. Question 67. It is unlawful to: Option A, pass a school bus that is using its flashing red lights and has its stop arm extended. Option B, pass within 100 feet of any intersection. Option C, pass within 100 feet of any railroad crossing. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, pass within 100 feet of any railroad crossing. Explanation: there are a number of situations where it is unlawful for drivers to pass. Drivers may not pass a school bus that is loading or unloading children. Passing is prohibited within 100 feet of a railroad crossing, within 100 feet of an intersection, and within any other designated no passing zone. Question 68. During a trip, Which shutoff valves should be open? Option A. All shutoff valves should be open. Option B. The rear shutoff valves should be open. Option C. All shutoff valves should be in the open position, except the rear shutoff valves. Option D. No shutoff valves should be open. The correct answer is option C. All shutoff valves should be in the open position, except the rear shutoff valves. Explanation. When starting a trip, be sure that all shutoff valves are in the open position, except for the last valves on the rear trailer. It is important that air reaches the brakes on all trailers and that the air is not able to escape from the back of the vehicle. Question 69. When passing another vehicle, you should: Option A. Make eye contact with the driver. Option B. Assume the driver doesn't see you. Option C. Honk your horn. Option D. Wait for the other driver to signal that it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option B. Assume the driver doesn't see you. Explanation. Whenever you pass another driver, bicyclist, or pedestrian, you should assume as a precaution that they do not see you. Question 70. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should: Option A. Move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. Option B. Buckle up. Option C. Tilt the steering wheel downward, if possible, so the airbag points toward your chest instead of your head or neck. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option A. Move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. Explanation. If your vehicle is equipped with airbags, you should still buckle up and make sure that your passengers do the same. You should move your seat back so that you are at least 10 inches from the steering wheel. If possible, tilt the wheel downward so that it points toward your chest instead of toward your head and neck. Question 71. When a drawbridge signal is red, you should: Option A. Come to a complete stop. Option B. Quickly speed up. Option C. Proceed with caution. Option D. Stop only if you see a boat. The correct answer is option A. Come to a complete stop. Explanation. If a drawbridge signal is red, come to a complete stop at the marked stop line. The bridge is in operation and the roadway is close to all pedestrian and motor vehicle traffic. Question 72. Dry bulk tanks. Option A. Usually have low centers of gravity. Option B. Usually have high centers of gravity. Option C. Usually are not allowed to cross railroad tracks. Option D. Cannot be driven on interstates. The correct answer is option B. Usually have high centers of gravity. Explanation. Dry bulk tanks require special care when being driven because they have high centers of gravity. Drivers should also be careful because the materials being carried can easily shift in transit, causing a change in the vehicle's handling. Question 73. Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle. Option A. Must always stop before entering. Option B. Must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Option C. Have the right-of-way if there is one lane. Option D. Have the right-of-way if there are 2 lanes. The correct answer is option B. Must yield to drivers already in the roundabout or traffic circle. Explanation. Drivers entering a roundabout or traffic circle must yield the right-of-way to drivers already in the circle. Question 74. What is tire load? Option A. The maximum air pressure of a specific tire. Option B. The maximum safe weight that a tire can carry at a specified pressure. Option C. The minimum safe weight that can be carried by a tire. Option D. The average weight of tires on a vehicle. The correct answer is option B. The maximum safe weight that a tire can carry at a specified pressure. Explanation. Tire load is the maximum safe weight that can be carried by a tire at a specified pressure. This number is stated on the side of each tire. Question 75. To check your blind spot before changing lanes. Option A. Look into the left side mirror. Option B. Look into the right side mirror. Option C. Look into the rear view mirror. Option D. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. The correct answer is option D. Look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. Explanation. To check your blind spot before changing lanes, you should look over your shoulder in the direction that you plan to move. Question 76. Before turning left, it is important to: Option A, sound your horn. Option B, yield to oncoming vehicles. Option C, swing to the right side of your lane. Option D, wait until oncoming traffic has a red light. The correct answer is option B. Yield to oncoming vehicles. Explanation. When turning left at a traffic signal, you must yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. Question 77. A red flashing traffic light has the same meaning as a: Option A, solid red light. Option B, stop sign. Option C, yield sign. Option D, caution sign. The correct answer is option B, stop sign. Explanation. A red flashing traffic signal has the same meaning as a stop sign. When approaching a red flashing signal, come to a complete stop and proceed when it is safe to do so. A stop sign may sometimes also be posted where this signal is located. Question 78. You must pull over to the edge of the road and allow an emergency vehicle to pass. Option A, regardless of your direction. Option B, only if it is following you. Option C, only if it is approaching you from the opposite direction. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is option C, only if it is approaching you from the opposite direction. Explanation. You must pull over to the right edge of the road and stop for an emergency vehicle with flashing lights, regardless of whether it is approaching you from behind or from the opposite direction. Question 79. In a parking space reserved for people with disabilities, a driver with no disabled person on board. Option A, may park in an emergency. Option B, may not park but may stop in an emergency. Option C, may not park or stop, but may stand in an emergency. Option D, may not park, stop, or stand. The correct answer is option D, may not park, stop, or stand. Explanation. It is illegal to stop, stand, or park in a space reserved for disabled persons unless the vehicle has plates or a permit for such spaces and the person who is named on the plates or permit is in the vehicle. Question 80. When checking the engine compartment, you should check all of the following except: Option A, the engine oil level. Option B, the coolant level in the radiator. Option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Option D, the fuel level. The correct answer is option C, the windshield washer fluid level. Explanation. When inspecting your vehicle's engine compartment, be sure to check the oil level, the radiator coolant level and the condition of the hoses, the power steering fluid level and the condition of the hoses, if applicable, the windshield washer fluid level, the battery connections, fluid level, and tie-downs, the automatic transmission fluid level, and the condition and tightness of the belts. Additionally, check for any leaks in the engine compartment and cracked or worn electrical wiring insulation. Question 81. If you are using an unfamiliar motorcycle, what should you do before riding? Option A, ride like you would on your bike, since all bikes are about the same. Option B, check the controls and shift pattern. Option C, take the owner's word that everything is in working order. Option D, assume you know where all the controls are located. The correct answer is option B, check the controls and shift pattern. Explanation. All motorcycles are slightly different, so you should check the controls and make sure you know the gear pattern before riding an unfamiliar motorcycle. Work the throttle, clutch, and brakes a few times prior to riding. Question 82. On slippery roads, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, drive more quickly. Option C, drive the speed limit with caution. Option D, not drive more quickly than 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation. You should slow down at the first sign of rain, snow, or sleet, all of which can create slippery road conditions. When conditions on the road are less than ideal, safety may require that you drive more slowly than the posted speed limit. Question 83. When driving through a work zone, you should: Option A, slow down. Option B, speed up. Option C, use a cell phone. Option D, steer with one hand to keep the other hand free. The correct answer is option A, slow down. Explanation: in work zones, you should observe posted speed limits. Slow down if road or weather conditions are poor, and slow down even further if workers are near the roadway. Question 84. Crosswalks are: Option A, always indicated by horizontal pavement markings. Option B, always indicated by vertical pavement markings. Option C, always unmarked. Option D, either indicated by pavement markings or are not marked at all. The correct answer is option C, always unmarked. Explanation: crosswalks exist whether the boundaries are marked or unmarked. You must stop behind a crosswalk to allow pedestrians to cross. Question 85. If you are being passed by a large truck, you should: Option A, speed up. Option B, slightly reduce your speed. Option C, crowd the truck. Option D, make it more difficult for the truck to pass you. The correct answer is option A, speed up. Explanation: when a truck passes you, help the truck driver by keeping to the far side of your lane. You'll make it easier for the truck driver to pass safely if you slightly reduce your speed. Don't speed up while a truck is passing your vehicle. Question 86. What does an anti-lock braking system ABS do? Option A, allow the rear wheels to lock up. Option B, allow all wheels to lock up. Option C, help prevent wheel lockup. Option D, alert other motorists when you are braking. The correct answer is option B, allow all wheels to lock up. Explanation: the purpose of an anti-lock braking system, ABS, is to prevent a vehicle's wheels from locking up when the driver brakes hard on a slippery surface. Question 87. Always wear your seat belt's shoulder strap. Option A, behind your back. Option B, loosely. Option C, under your arm. Option D, snug, without any slack. The correct answer is option A, behind your back. Explanation: your shoulder and lap belts should be snug. Your shoulder belt should be worn over your shoulder and across your chest, not behind your back or under your arm. Question 88. What causes the crack the whip effect? Option A, rearward amplification. Option B, bad tires. Option C, empty trailers. Option D, good driving. The correct answer is option A, rearward amplification. Explanation: vehicles with trailers are vulnerable to rollover due to the crack the whip effect, which is caused by rearward amplification. Rearward amplification varies from vehicle to vehicle, so it is important that drivers are aware of the rearward amplification of their specific vehicles. Question 89. In which situation is it illegal to pass another vehicle on the right? Option A, the vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit and you must use the shoulder of the road to pass. Option B, you are on a two-lane, one-way road and the vehicle you are overtaking has stalled. Option C, you are on a multi-lane highway and the vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit. Option D, you are on a two-lane, two-way road and the vehicle you are overtaking is turning left. The correct answer is option A. The vehicle you are overtaking is driving below the speed limit and you must use the shoulder of the road to pass. Explanation: under no circumstances may you leave the roadway to pass another vehicle. Only pass on the right where it is safe and legal to do so. Question 90. When driving in fog, you should: Option A, use the windshield wipers. Option B, use the low beam headlights. Option C, use the high beam headlights. Option D, use the heater. The correct answer is option B, use the low beam headlights. Explanation: while it is best to entirely avoid driving in fog, you should turn on your low beam headlights if you must drive in foggy conditions. Using high beams is a bad idea because the lights will reflect off of the fog and back into your eyes, making the road and its surroundings even more difficult to see. Question 91. The speed limit is blank in school zones. Option A, 55 miles per hour. Option B, 45 miles per hour. Option C, 30 miles per hour. Option D, 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is option D, 20 miles per hour. Explanation. The speed limit in school zones is 20 miles per hour. Use extra caution when driving in school zones. Question 92. If you need to drive in foggy weather. Option A, turn on your low beam headlights. Option B, turn on your hazard lights. Option C, it is okay to drive at the maximum speed limit. Option D, do not drive at a speed above 10 miles per hour. The correct answer is option A, turn on your low beam headlights. Explanation. You are required to use your headlights during the day when visibility is reduced to 500 feet or less. When you first turn on your headlights, be sure they are adjusted to the low beam setting. Using high beams in fog or rain will cause the light to reflect back into your eyes, lowering visibility even more. Question 93. A yellow and black diamond-shaped sign. Option A, warns you about conditions on or near the road. Option B, helps direct you to cities and towns ahead. Option C, tells you about traffic laws and regulations. Option D, tells you about road construction ahead. The correct answer is option A, warns you about conditions on or near the road. Explanation. Warning signs, which tell you about conditions on or near the road ahead, are usually diamond-shaped with black symbols or words on a yellow background. Question 94. The most important thing to remember when backing a car is to. Option A, look carefully behind your vehicle and yield to other vehicles and pedestrians. Option B, keep one foot on the brake while backing. Option C, only rely on the rearview mirror while backing. Option D, keep both hands on the steering wheel. The correct answer is option A. Look carefully behind your vehicle and yield to other vehicles and pedestrians. Explanation. Before backing up, you should turn to look directly through the rear window to check for hazards. Do not rely only on your mirrors. You should look left and right and yield to any vehicles, bicyclists, or pedestrians. Question 95. When a two-way roadway has a shared center lane, you can. Option A, use it to pass. Option B, use the lane as a regular driving lane during rush hour. Option C, drive in the lane as far as necessary, as long as you're turning left. Option D, drive in the lane for no more than 300 feet before turning left. The correct answer is option D. Drive in the lane for no more than 300 feet before turning left. Explanation. A shared center lane may not be used for passing or for travel of farther than 300 feet. Drivers should use these lanes to safely turn left from a multi-lane roadway. Question 96. Worn or bald tires. Option A, can make turning more difficult. Option B, are likely to hydroplane. Option C, can increase your stopping distance. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, can increase your stopping distance. Explanation. Worn or bald tires can increase your stopping distance and make turning more difficult. Tires without adequate tread also increase the risk of hydroplaning. Question 97. A small vehicle may begin to float in only blank of water. Option A, 1 foot. Option B, 2 inches. Option C, 6 inches. Option D, 2 feet. The correct answer is option C, 6 inches. Explanation. Be careful to avoid driving through flooded areas. A small vehicle may begin to float in as little as 6 inches of standing water. Deeper water may cause a vehicle to be washed away. Question 98. The trailer hand valve should be used. Option A, regularly to activate the trailer brakes in all driving conditions. Option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Option C, only in inclement weather when the trailer may skid. Option D, only if the trailer is carrying a load. The correct answer is option B, only to test the trailer brakes. Explanation: the trailer hand valve should be used only to test the trailer brakes. It should not be used while driving because it may cause the trailer to skid. Question 99. Under normal conditions, a minimum following distance of blank should be maintained. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 4 seconds. The correct answer is option B, 2 seconds. Explanation: under normal conditions, you should maintain a following distance of at least 2 seconds. Increase your following distance anytime conditions are less than perfect. Question 100. Roads are most slippery right after it begins to rain because: Option A, the water mixes with oil and grease on the road. Option B, the roads are naturally slippery. Option C, the gravel gets washed to the middle of the lane. Option D, some tires are not designed for rain. The correct answer is option A. The water mixes with oil and grease on the road. Explanation: roads are particularly slippery when it first begins to rain. The water mixes with oil drippings on the road that have not yet washed away, creating a slippery and dangerous mixture. Question 101. You plan to make a right turn after stopping at an intersection. Usually it is best to: Option A, signal for the traffic coming from behind to drive around you. Option B, turn from the center portion of the lane. Option C, turn from the right portion of the lane. Option D, turn from the left portion of the lane. The correct answer is option C, turn from the right portion of the lane. Explanation: you should maintain a central lane position when preparing to turn at an intersection. This will discourage drivers from trying to squeeze into your lane next to you before you complete your turn. Question 102. Column 2 of the hazardous materials table contains: Option A, the names of the materials. Option B, where the materials originated. Option C, special provisions for the materials. Option D, the costs of the materials. The correct answer is option A, the names of the materials. Explanation: Column 2 of the hazardous materials table lists the proper shipping names and descriptions of regulated materials. Question 103. When encountering an aggressive driver, you should: Option A, avoid eye contact, slow down, and let them pass. Option B, cut them off to slow them down. Option C, retaliate by tailgating them. Option D, make sure they know you disapprove of their behavior. The correct answer is option A, avoid eye contact, slow down, and let them pass. Explanation: if another driver is threatening you or intentionally driving dangerously around you, remain calm and try to put as much distance between the two of you as possible. Slow down and let them pass. Do not make eye contact and do not make obscene gestures. Question 104. Spring brakes come on. Option A, when too much air pressure is lost. Option B, when a control on the dashboard is activated. Option C, when the tires have minimal tread depth. Option D, when the brakes are noisy. The correct answer is option D, when the brakes are noisy. Explanation: spring brakes come on automatically when air pressure drops to an unsafe SI level. Instead of waiting for the spring brakes to automatically activate, you should safely exit the road as soon as you notice the low pressure warning signal and bring your vehicle to a stop while you are still able to control the brakes. Question 105. When inspecting the exhaust system for defects, which of the following should be fixed? Option A, missing mounting brackets or clamps. Option B, a broken exhaust pipe, muffler, or tailpipe. Option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, leaking exhaust system parts. Explanation: exhaust system defects can be extremely serious because they may make it possible for poisonous fumes to enter into the cab or sleeper berth. Issues to check for in a pre-trip inspection include loose, broken, or missing exhaust pipes, mufflers, tailpipes, vertical stacks, mounting brackets, clamps, bolts, or nuts, exhaust system parts that are rubbing against fuel system parts, tires, or other moving parts of the vehicle, and exhaust system parts that are leaking. Question 106. Which statement about speed is true? Option A. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. Option B. Speeding can kill. Option C. Speeding is not dangerous if you are a skilled driver. Option D. Both driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous and speeding can kill. The correct answer is option A. Driving too slowly on certain highways can be dangerous. Explanation: as speed increases, the chance of a fatality increases. If you are moving faster than 80 miles per hour, you have almost no chance of living through a crash. Driving more slowly than other traffic can also be dangerous, because other motorists may become impatient and make dangerous moves to pass you. Question 107. You are waiting to turn left at a multi-lane intersection, and opposing traffic is blocking your view. You should: Option A. Accelerate rapidly when the first lane you need to cross is clear. Option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Option C. Wait for an oncoming driver to wave you across the intersection. Option D. Edge your car into each lane of opposing traffic as soon as it clears. The correct answer is option B. Wait until you can see all the lanes you need to cross before going ahead with your turn. Explanation: you should never start a left turn until you can see that all the lanes you need to cross are clear and that you can safely make the turn. Question 108. When passing on a multi-lane highway, Option A. Be sure the passing lane is clear. Option B. Pass only on the right. Option C. Watch for oncoming traffic. Option D. There is no need to signal. The correct answer is option A. Be sure the passing lane is clear. Explanation: before passing, you must make sure the passing lane is clear and give the proper turn signal to show you are going to change lanes. Question 109. When parallel parking, you should park within blank of the curb. Option A. 10 inches. Option B. 12 inches. Option C. 18 inches. Option D. 24 inches. The correct answer is option B. 12 inches. Explanation: when parallel parking your vehicle, your wheels should be parallel to and within 12 inches of the curb. Only park where you will not be disruptive to traffic and where other drivers can clearly see your vehicle from every direction. Question 110. A license will be suspended if a driver: Option A. Refuses to submit to a chemical test. Option B. Drives 10 miles per hour over the speed limit. Option C. Honks their horn in a residential area after midnight. Option D. Does not turn off their high beam lights around another vehicle. The correct answer is option A. Refuses to submit to a chemical test. Explanation: by operating a vehicle on Missouri roadways, a driver automatically consents to taking a chemical test to determine their blood alcohol concentration, BAC, when requested by an officer. If a driver refuses the test, their license will be suspended for 1 year. Question 111. The effect that alcohol has on your reflexes and judgment. Option A is less pronounced when consuming beer instead of wine. Option B is less pronounced when consuming wine instead of beer. Option C is most pronounced when consuming hard ciders and mixed drinks. Option D depends on the amount of alcohol in your bloodstream. The correct answer is option D. Depends on the amount of alcohol in your bloodstream. Explanation: consuming any type of alcohol can have negative effects on your reflexes and judgment. It does not matter which type of alcohol is consumed, only how much alcohol has entered a person's bloodstream. Question 112. Road rage is: Option A, merely an inconvenience. Option B, a criminal offense. Option C, an acceptable response to bad drivers. Option D, annoying, but not dangerous. The correct answer is option B, a criminal offense. Explanation: road rage is a criminal offense. If a minor traffic incident escalates into a far more serious situation, the drivers involved may face legal repercussions. Question 113. When a school bus is stopped on the road ahead to load or unload children, you must: Option A, come to a complete stop until all the children have left the bus. Option B, come to a complete stop until the red light stops flashing and the stop arm is withdrawn. Option C, change lanes, ride slowly, and pass the bus cautiously. Option D, continue riding normally. The correct answer is option B, come to a complete stop until the red light stops flashing and the stop arm is withdrawn. Explanation: when a school bus is stopped on the road ahead with its lights flashing and its stop arm extended, you must come to a complete stop and wait to proceed until the lights have stopped flashing and the stop arm is withdrawn. You do not need to stop if the school bus is on the opposite side of a divided highway. Question 114. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause: Option A, the service brakes to activate. Option B, the tractor protection valve to close. Option C, the rear trailer to detach from the combination. Option D, the suspension springs to extend. The correct answer is option B, the tractor protection valve to close. Explanation: the tractor protection valve keeps air in the trailer's braking system should the trailer break away or develop a leak. A loss of air pressure in the emergency line will cause the tractor protection valve to open and the emergency trailer brakes to activate. Question 115. When getting ready to change lanes, you should: Option A, check your side view mirror. Option B, check your rear view mirror. Option C, quickly turn your head to check for other vehicles. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, quickly turn your head to check for other vehicles. Explanation: before changing lanes, check your side and rear view mirrors for traffic approaching you from behind. Just before you begin moving into the other lane, quickly glance over your shoulder and check for any vehicles that may be in your blind spot. Question 116. When applying the crash prevention formula, a driver should be alert, be prepared, and: Option A, be cautious. Option B, act defensively. Option C, drive well. Option D, act in time. The correct answer is option D, act in time. Explanation: to avoid a crash caused by motorist error, a driver should apply the crash prevention formula to their driving. When using this formula, a driver should be alert, be prepared, and act in time. Question 117. When driving at night, slow down and: Option A, use high beams whenever there are no oncoming vehicles. Option B, use sunglasses to reduce glare from headlights. Option C, use your high beams if it is also raining. Option D, use your dome light to help you see your speedometer. The correct answer is option A, use high beams whenever there are no oncoming vehicles. Explanation: by law, your vehicle's headlights must be turned on from a half hour after sunset until a half hour before sunrise. You should use your high beams whenever there are no oncoming vehicles. Question 118. What does a lane use control signal displaying a green arrow indicate? Option A, the signal is about to change to a red X. Option B, drivers should not drive in this lane. Option C, drivers may use the indicated lane only to make a left turn. Option D, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. The correct answer is option D, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Explanation: lane use control signals are used when the direction of the flow of traffic in a specific lane changes throughout the day. They are used to show which lanes of traffic are open and closed, as well as to show if toll booths are open or closed. When a lane control signal contains a green arrow, drivers may drive normally in the indicated lane. Question 119. A cardboard box on the road. Option A, is not considered a hazard. Option B, should be avoided by driving off the roadway. Option C, could damage vehicle parts. Option D, will improve tires' traction. The correct answer is option C, could damage vehicle parts. Explanation: any foreign object on the road is potentially dangerous. For example, Something seemingly harmless, such as a cardboard box or paper sack, could contain a hard or heavy object that could do serious damage to a vehicle. Question 120. What do outside crossover mirrors allow a driver to see? Option A, the front bumper. Option B, the rear bumper. Option C, the right side of the bus. Option D, the left side of the bus. The correct answer is option C, the right side of the bus. Explanation. Crossover mirrors are used to help a school bus driver see the danger zone area directly in front of the bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 121. Small amounts of a hazardous material may be transported on a bus if Option A, the driver gets paid extra. Option B, there is no other way to transport the material. Option C, the passengers are notified in advance. Option D, there is no inclement weather in the forecast. The correct answer is option B. There is no other way to transport the material. Explanation. Small amounts of hazardous materials may be carried on a bus if there is no other way to transport them. However, there are certain categories of materials that may not be carried on a bus in any quantity. Question 122. If your bus's anti-lock braking system ABS stops working, Option A, you will not have any working brakes. Option B, the brakes will react more slowly than usual. Option C, you will still have normal braking power. Option D, you should not brake. The correct answer is option C. You will still have normal braking power. Explanation. If its anti-lock braking system ABS is not working, a vehicle will still retain its normal braking power. The driver should continue to drive and brake in a normal fashion. Question 123. Which of the following statements is true? Option A. Signal at least 100 feet before changing lanes to pass and ensure there is no oncoming traffic. Option B. Use your mirrors and look over your left shoulder to check your blind spot when passing to the left. Option C. When passing, wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is option C. When passing, wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Explanation. When passing, you must always signal at least 100 feet in advance of your lane change. Always check behind you in your mirrors and look over your shoulder to check your blind spot. Wait until you can see both headlights of the passed car in your rearview mirror before returning to your original lane. Question 124. When approaching a curve on a narrow road where your view is obstructed, it is best to Option A. Stop the car, get out, and walk around the curve to see what is there. Option B. Rapidly turn your headlights on and off several times. Option C. Sound your horn and stay close to the right edge of the road while proceeding carefully. Option D. Speed up and get around the curve quickly. The correct answer is option C. Sound your horn and stay close to the right edge of the road while proceeding carefully. Explanation. Idaho's mountains can create special problems for drivers. If your view is obstructed while driving on a narrow road in the mountains and you are approaching a curve in the roadway, sound your horn and proceed carefully around the curve while remaining close to the right edge of the road. Question 125. To reduce your speed before turning, you should Option A. Shift into neutral. Option B. Pull in the clutch and use both brakes. Option C. Apply the rear brake only. Option D. Close the throttle and apply both brakes. The correct answer is option D. Close the throttle and apply both brakes. Explanation. Before you enter a turn, you should reduce your speed by closing the throttle and, if necessary, applying both brakes. Question 126. In a normal turn, Option A. The motorcycle and rider should lean together. Option B. The motorcycle and rider should lean in opposite directions. Option C. The motorcycle should lean, but the rider should not. Option D. The rider should lean, but the motorcycle should not. The correct answer is option A. The motorcycle and rider should lean together. Explanation. During normal turns, the motorcycle and the rider should be leaning together at the same angle. In slow, tight turns, only the motorcycle should lean while the rider keeps their body straight up. Question 127. You are driving in the right lane on an expressway. You should move into the left lane when Option A. Traffic is heavy but moving steadily. Option B. The weather is bad and roads are slippery. Option C. Traffic is slow in your lane and cars are in the left lane. Option D. Traffic is light and cars are merging onto the expressway from the right. The correct answer is option C. Traffic is slow in your lane and cars are in the left lane. Explanation. You should always watch for merging vehicles when on an expressway. Adjusting your speed or moving into another lane will ensure that other drivers can enter smoothly and safely. Question 128. Passive railroad crossings. Option A. Have control devices. Option B. Do not have control devices. Option C. Should be avoided. Option D. Usually have a flagger directing traffic. The correct answer is option A. Have control devices. Explanation. Passive railroad crossings are not controlled by any traffic control devices. At such crossings, it is entirely a driver's responsibility to determine when it is safe to cross the tracks. Question 129. Which of the following is true about driving on a wet roadway? Option A. As you drive faster, your tires become less effective. Option B. Water does not affect cars with good tires. Option C. Deep water is less dangerous than shallow water. Option D. As you decrease your speed, the roadway becomes more slippery. The correct answer is option A. As you drive faster, your tires become less effective. Explanation. The faster you drive on a wet roadway, the less effective your tires will be at wiping the water from the road. If your speed becomes excessive enough, your tires will lose their grip on the road entirely, and you will begin to hydroplane, that is, to slide down the road on a film of water. Question 130. How can you prevent drowsiness before a trip? Option A. Get about 4 hours of sleep. Option B. Plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Option C. Drive alone. Option D. Schedule long trips at night. The correct answer is option B. Plan stopping points into your trip in advance. Explanation. To prevent drowsiness on a long trip, strategies include getting adequate sleep beforehand, planning out the route and stopping points in advance, driving with a passenger, and driving at times during which you are normally awake. Question 131. Reversible lanes are usually marked with Option A. Single solid white lines. Option B. Double dashed yellow lines. Option C. Single dashed white lines. Option D. Single solid yellow lines. The correct answer is option B. Double dashed yellow lines. Explanation. Some travel lanes are designed to carry traffic in one direction at certain times and in the opposite direction at other times. These lanes are usually marked by double dashed yellow lines. Question 132. Off-ramps. Option A. Are usually safe for trucks. Option B. Can be dangerous for trucks. Option C. Should not be used by trucks. Option D. Should be used only if following another vehicle. The correct answer is option B. Can be dangerous for trucks. Explanation. The combination of slopes and curves can make freeway on and off-ramps dangerous for trucks. Remember that posted speed limits on ramps may be safe to be driven by cars, but too fast to be driven by large or heavily loaded vehicles. Question 133. What do headers do? Option A. Protect the driver during a crash. Option B. Provide a place for storage. Option C. Ensure that controls are accessible. Option D. Act as wind guards. The correct answer is option A. Protect the driver during a crash. Explanation. Front-end header boards protect the driver from the forward motion of their cargo in the event of a crash or emergency stop. Question 134. A hand valve can be used to Option A. Add fuel to a vehicle. Option B. Prevent a truck from rolling backwards when starting from a stop. Option C. Check the oil. Option D. Load cargo. The correct answer is option B. Prevent a truck from rolling backwards when starting from a stop. Explanation: if a tractor-trailer is equipped with a trailer brake hand valve, the hand valve can be applied to keep the vehicle from rolling backwards when the vehicle is started from a stop. Question 135. What is the only way to reduce your blood alcohol concentration, BAC? Option A. Drink coffee. Option B. Allow your body time to get rid of the alcohol. Option C. Exercise. Option D. Eat a large meal. The correct answer is option C. Exercise. Explanation: the only method that effectively reduces your BAC is not drinking alcohol for a period of time. Coffee, exercise, and cold showers cannot reduce your BAC or change the effects of alcohol. They can help you remain awake, but they cannot change your BAC or make you sober. Question 136. If your brakes stop working, you should first: Option A. Shift the car's transmission into neutral. Option B. Pump the brake pedal several times and try to build up brake pressure. Option C. Flash your lights at other traffic. Option D. Jump out of the vehicle immediately. The correct answer is option B. Pump the brake pedal several times and try to build up brake pressure. Explanation: if your brakes stop working, pump the brake pedal several times. This will often build up enough brake pressure to allow you to stop. Question 137. If two drivers arrive at the same time to a four-way intersection controlled by stop signs. Option A. The driver on the right has the right of way. Option B. The driver on the left has the right of way. Option C. One driver may continue driving without stopping. Option D. One driver should honk to indicate that they are giving up the right of way. The correct answer is option A. The driver on the right has the right of way. Explanation: yield the right of way to the driver on your right at a four-way intersection if you both arrive to the intersection at the same time. You may then proceed when it is safe to do so. Question 138. Looking far ahead of your vehicle while driving is: Option A. Discouraged, as there is little you can do about something far up the road. Option B. Encouraged to help you identify hazards as early as possible. Option C. Not allowed. Option D. Only encouraged if you are transporting hazardous materials. The correct answer is option B. Encouraged to help you identify hazards as early as possible. Explanation: good drivers look down the road at least 12 to 15 seconds ahead of their vehicles. This makes it possible to identify hazards early, when drivers are more likely to have time to respond appropriately. Question 139. An anti-lock braking system ABS will: Option A. Allow you to drive faster than you would be able to otherwise. Option B. Allow you to follow other vehicles more closely than you would be able to otherwise. Option C. Allow you to drive less carefully than you would be able to otherwise. Option D. Not decrease your stopping distance. The correct answer is option D. Not decrease your stopping distance. Explanation: anti-lock braking systems ABS will help you to maintain control during hard braking. ABS will not necessarily shorten your stopping distance. Question 140. An octagonal sign is always a: Option A. Speed limit sign. Option B. Stop sign. Option C. Hospital sign. Option D. Railroad warning sign. The correct answer is option B. Stop sign. Explanation: octagonal signs are always stop signs. Come to a complete stop when approaching a red, 8-sided sign. Question 141. A motorist should know that a bicyclist operating on a roadway must: Option A. Ride on the right side of the road. Option B. Ride on the side of the road facing traffic. Option C. Ride on either side of the road. Option D. Ride on the side of the road with the least traffic. The correct answer is option A. Ride on the right side of the road. Explanation: bicyclists must ride in a bicycle lane, if one is available. If there is no bicycle lane, they must remain near the right curb or right edge of the road, moving in the same direction as traffic in the lane nearest them. Question 142. Passing is prohibited. Option A, when you are approaching a school bus that has stopped to load passengers. Option B, on hills where your vision is restricted. Option C, within 100 feet of an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option C, within 100 feet of an intersection. Explanation: passing is prohibited within 100 feet of an intersection, unless otherwise indicated by traffic control devices. You may not pass on hills, in curves, or where other obstructions on two-lane roads would prevent you from seeing oncoming vehicles. Never pass a school bus that is stopped to load or unload passengers. Question 143. You are approaching a railroad crossing that has no visible gates or flashing lights, but has a standard crossbuck. You should: Option A, approach all tracks with extreme caution and cross only when you know that there is no train coming. Option B, turn your radio down to hear if there may be an approaching train. Option C, only continue once cleared to do so by a flagger, if applicable. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option A. Approach all tracks with extreme caution and cross only when you know that there is no train coming. Explanation: you must approach all railroad crossings with extreme caution and cross only when you know that no train is coming from either direction. If there is a flagger at a crossing, you must obey all of their instructions. Question 144. Which type of vehicle is most prone to the cracked whip effect? Option A, a 5-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option B, a 3-axle tractor semi-trailer. Option C, a bobtail tractor. Option D, a triple trailer. The correct answer is option D, a triple trailer. Explanation: triple combination trailers are most vulnerable to the crack the whip effect. Question 145. As you near an intersection, the traffic light changes from green to yellow. Your best action is to: Option A, speed up to beat the red light. Option B, apply the brakes sharply to stop. Option C, be prepared to stop in the center of the intersection. Option D, be prepared to stop before the intersection. The correct answer is option A, speed up to beat the red light. Explanation: a steady yellow traffic light indicates that the light will soon change to red. You should be prepared to stop for the red light if it is safe to do so. Question 146. Which of the following influence the effects of alcohol? Option A, the amount of food in the stomach. Option B, the body weight of an individual. Option C, how much time passes between drinks. Option D, all three choices. The correct answer is option C, how much time passes between drinks. Explanation: your blood alcohol content BAC depends on how much alcohol you drink, how much time passes between drinks, and your weight. Eating before or while you drink helps slow the absorption of alcohol somewhat, but it cannot prevent intoxication or impairment if you have too much to drink. Question 147. Allow room for vehicles merging onto the freeway by: Option A, abruptly slowing down to allow them access. Option B, always driving in the far left lane. Option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Option D, honking your horn to make them aware of your presence. The correct answer is option C, safely merging out of the right lane to allow them access. Explanation: most of the time, you should drive in the right or center lane of the freeway. However, when driving in the right lane while another vehicle is attempting to enter the freeway from a nearby ramp, safely merge into the next lane to allow them access. During rush hour, you should avoid driving the right lane to allow room for an increased number of drivers entering the freeway. Question 148. When is it permissible to text while driving? Option A, at any time when the driver is under age 18. Option B, at any time when the driver is age 18 or older. Option C, if the driver can send a text without looking at their phone. Option D, only in emergencies. The correct answer is option C. If the driver can send a text without looking at their phone. Explanation. Drivers may not use a cell or mobile telephone for text messaging while driving, unless it is in an emergency. Looking away from the road for any amount of time increases the possibility of a collision. Question 149. When driving through a curve during the skills test, you should: Option A. Veer from your lane if needed to complete the curve. Option B. Reduce your speed after entering the curve. Option C. Refrain from looking for other vehicles while turning. Option D. Reduce your speed before entering the curve. The correct answer is option B. Reduce your speed after entering the curve. Explanation. When approaching a curve during the on-road driving skills test, you must reduce your speed sufficiently before entering the curve so that you do not need to further brake or shift in the curve. Keep the vehicle in its lane and continue to check for traffic in all directions. Question 150. When should you use a three-point turnabout? Option A. Anytime. Option B. When driving in heavy traffic. Option C. Only when driving on a street that is too narrow for you to make a U-turn and you cannot go around the block. Option D. When driving on a one-lane, one-way street. The correct answer is option C. Only when driving on a street that is too narrow for you to make a U-turn and you cannot go around the block. Explanation. A three-point turnabout is the most difficult and dangerous way to perform a turnabout. Use it only when the road is too narrow for you to safely make a U-turn and you are not able to go around the block. This type of turn should only be used on a two-lane roadway. Question 151. The no zone is: Option A. A term used to describe blind spots around a truck or bus. Option B. A special speed zone. Option C. A roadway with restrictions on vehicle stereo volume. Option D. The television show that replaced the Twilight Zone. The correct answer is option A. A term used to describe blind spots around a truck or bus. Explanation. A truck or bus has blind spots on each side, in the rear and in the front. An automobile cannot be seen in these blind spots. These blind spots are referred to as the no zone. Question 152. When traveling down a steep downgrade. Option A. The air brake should be used. Option B. Shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Option C. The vehicle should be continually downshifted in the place of using the brakes. Option D. The vehicle should be driven on the shoulder. The correct answer is option B. Shift into a lower gear, then use brakes to supplement the braking effect of the engine. Explanation. On a downgrade, the braking effect of the engine should be your primary method of controlling speed. Shift down to a lower gear before starting down the hill and save the brakes for additional slowing or stopping that may be required by road or traffic conditions. Question 153. An intersection has a stop sign and crosswalk, but no stop line. You must stop. Option A. Before the crosswalk. Option B. 50 feet before the intersection. Option C. Where you think the stop line would be. Option D. With your front wheels in the crosswalk. The correct answer is option C. Where you think the stop line would be. Explanation. At a stop sign, you must stop before the stop line, if there is one. If there is no stop line, you must stop before you enter the crosswalk. If there is neither a stop line nor a crosswalk, you must stop before you enter the intersection. Question 154. Vehicle stopping distances never depend on. Option A. Your own reaction time. Option B. The time of day. Option C. The condition of your vehicle's brakes. Option D. The condition and type of your vehicle's tires. The correct answer is option D. The condition and type of your vehicle's tires. Explanation. The distance that a vehicle needs to stop depends on the motorist's reaction time, weather and visibility conditions, the vehicle's weight, the conditions of the vehicle's brakes, the condition and type of the vehicle's tires, roadway conditions, and speed. Question 155. You must yield to other drivers. Option A. Only where a yield sign is present. Option B. Only when you want to yield. Option C. when they are working in construction zones. Option D, when their car is bigger than yours. The correct answer is option A, only where a yield sign is present. Explanation: yield to all vehicles or pedestrians working on highway construction projects. Drive with special caution through a work zone where workers are present. Question 156. When a brake pedal is pressed and the S-cam is turned, the S-cam. Option A, presses the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. Option B, tightens the brake drum onto the axle. Option C, presses the brake lining against the wheel. Option D, releases air from the air tanks. The correct answer is option A, presses the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. Explanation: when a brake pedal is pressed and the S-cam is turned, the S-cam presses the brake shoes against the inside of the brake drum. This causes friction and will cause the vehicle to slow. Question 157. After you have passed a car, you may return to the right lane when you. Option A, see the front bumper of the other car in your rearview mirror. Option B, have put your turn signal on. Option C, have turned your headlights on. Option D, see the other car's headlights turn on. The correct answer is option A, see the front bumper of the other car in your rearview mirror. Explanation: after passing on the left, before you return to the right lane, look at your interior rearview mirror and make sure you can see the front bumper of the passed vehicle. Look over your right shoulder to make sure you can see several feet of pavement between your vehicle and the one you passed. You may then return to the right lane. Question 158. Foundation brakes are used. Option A, only at the front wheels. Option B, only at the rear wheels. Option C, only at the driver's side wheels. Option D, at each wheel. The correct answer is option D, at each wheel. Explanation: foundation brakes are used at each wheel. The most common type is the S-cam drum brake. Question 159. When driving through a work zone, it is a good safety practice to. Option A, drive closely to the vehicle in front of you to keep traffic flowing freely. Option B, shorten your usual following distance by about 1/2. Option C, turn on your cruise control. Option D, double your usual following distance. The correct answer is option D, double your usual following distance. Explanation: the most common type of crash in work zones is the rear-end collision. To avoid this hazard, it is recommended that you double your following distance as you approach a work zone. Question 160. Under ideal driving conditions, a driver should maintain a minimum following distance of. Option A, 1 second. Option B, 2 seconds. Option C, 3 seconds. Option D, 10 seconds. The correct answer is option C, 3 seconds. Explanation: to help you maintain a safe following distance, you should follow the 3-second plus rule. If the vehicle in front of you passes an object 3 seconds before your vehicle reaches the same object, you are likely driving with a safe following distance. Extend your following distance anytime conditions are less than ideal. Question 161. In general, the body gets rid of almost blank per hour. Option A, 1 drink. Option B, 2 drinks. Option C, 3 drinks. Option D, 4 drinks. The correct answer is option A, 1 drink. Explanation: on average, a person's body can eliminate the alcohol content of about 1 drink per hour. Question 162. You must stop for a school bus. Option A, that is parked on the shoulder of the road with no one in it. Option B, when it approaches you, even if its lights are not flashing. Option C, if you are both driving on a 2-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. Option D, whenever the driver waves at you. The correct answer is option C, if you are both driving on a 2-lane highway and its red lights are flashing. Explanation: you must stop when approaching a school bus that is displaying flashing red lights while stops to pick up or drop off children. On a 2-lane road, Traffic moving in both directions must stop and remain stopped as long as the red lights near the top of the bus are flashing and or the stop arm on the left side of the bus is extended. Question 163. When making a right turn at an intersection with a solid red light, you should: Option A, activate your turn signal and immediately turn. Option B, wait and turn right only after the light changes to green. Option C, come to a complete stop, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Option D, activate your hazard lights and turn right. The correct answer is option C. Come to a complete stop, yield the right-of-way to pedestrians and oncoming traffic, and turn right after the lane is clear. Explanation: unless posted signs prohibit a turn, you may turn right on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two two-way streets. You may turn either right or left on a solid red light at an intersection that joins two one-way streets. You must stop and yield to all pedestrians and oncoming traffic before making one of these turns. Question 164. Where should your hands ideally be positioned on the steering wheel? Option A, 3 and 9 o'clock. Option B, 1 and 11 o'clock. Option C, 2 and 10 o'clock. Option D, 4 and 8 o'clock. The correct answer is option A, 3 and 9 o'clock. Explanation: both hands should be placed on the outside of the steering wheel at the 3 and 9 o'clock positions to maintain control of the vehicle. Placing your hands at the 2 and 10 o'clock positions is no longer recommended because it can be dangerous in a vehicle equipped with airbags. Question 165. What does a single dashed white line separating traffic mean? Option A, drivers may pass, even if it could be dangerous. Option B, lanes move in opposite directions. Option C, drivers may not pass. Option D, drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. The correct answer is option D. Drivers may pass if it is safe to do so. Explanation: white lines separate lanes of traffic that are moving in the same direction. Dashed white lines may be crossed to pass or change lanes if it is safe to do so. Question 166. When making normal stops, you should: Option A, use only the rear brake. Option B, use only the front brake. Option C, use both the front and rear brakes. Option D, alternate between the front and rear brakes. The correct answer is option C. Use both the front and rear brakes. Explanation: make it a habit to always use both brakes when slowing or stopping, even for normal, non-emergency stops. Question 167. When approaching a steady green traffic light, riders should: Option A, continue riding, unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Option B, stop if a police officer is nearby. Option C, treat the intersection like a four-way stop. Option D, come to a complete stop before proceeding. The correct answer is option A. Continue riding, unless there are vehicles, bicycles, or pedestrians already in the intersection. Explanation: when approaching an intersection controlled by a steady green traffic light, yield to pedestrians, bicycles, and other vehicles still within the intersection. You may continue riding, but should approach the intersection at a speed that will allow you to slow down and stop if the light changes to yellow before you get there. Question 168. It is against the law to park within blank feet of a fire hydrant. Option A, 10. Option B, 15. Option C, 20. Option D, 25. The correct answer is option A, 10. Explanation: it is against the law to park within 10 feet of a fire hydrant. Question 169. When meeting a car with blinding headlights, you should: Option A, use your bright lights until the other vehicle dims theirs. Option B, flash your lights on and off to warn the other driver. Option C, dim your lights and then speed up to pass quickly. Option D, look toward the right side of the road. The correct answer is option D. Look toward the right side of the road. Explanation: if a vehicle comes toward you with its high beams on, look away from the headlights and toward the right side of the road until the car has passed. This will keep you from being blinded. Question 170. The most common color of warning signs is Option A, red. Option B, yellow. Option C, green. Option D, blue. The correct answer is option B, yellow. Explanation. Most warning signs are diamond-shaped and yellow with black markings. These signs warn drivers about unexpected conditions that may not be readily apparent. Question 171. Unless a sign prohibits it, you may turn right on a red light if you Option A, stop and turn from the lane farthest to the right. Option B, yield to pedestrians before turning. Option C, use your turn signal. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, yield to pedestrians before turning. Explanation. You may turn right during a red light if no signs prohibit it. When turning on red, come to a complete stop, activate your turn signal, yield to all traffic and pedestrians, and then proceed safely. Any turn should be made from the lane closest to the direction of the turn. Question 172. In general, you should pass vehicles that are traveling in the same direction as you. Option A, on their right. Option B, on their left. Option C, only if the other driver signals that it is safe. Option D, whenever you have the opportunity to do so. The correct answer is option B, on their left. Explanation. In general, the left lane is used for passing. Only pass when it is safe and legal to do so. Question 173. One of the penalties for driving under the influence of alcohol is Option A, a 5-year driver license suspension. Option B, a $100 fine. Option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Option D, a 12-hour sentence in jail. The correct answer is option C, required attendance at an alcohol highway safety school. Explanation. In addition to other penalties, attending an alcohol highway safety school will be required for first or second offenses at any level of impairment. Question 174. Crossover mirrors help a school bus driver see. Option A, the front bumper danger zones. Option B, the rear bumper. Option C, the left side of the bus. Option D, vehicles in front of the bus. The correct answer is option C, the left side of the bus. Explanation. Crossover mirrors are used to help a driver see the danger zone area directly in front of a school bus, as well as the danger zone areas to the left and right sides of the bus, including the area from the front of the bus to the service door. Question 175. When you need to stop in an emergency, you should Option A, lock the wheels and skid to a stop. Option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Option C, stop in a way that turns your vehicle. Option D, expect your vehicle to slow down more quickly than usual. The correct answer is option B, stop in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. Explanation. If you need to make an emergency stop, you can use either the controlled braking method or the stab braking method. It's important to brake in a way that keeps your vehicle traveling in a straight line while still allowing you to turn, if necessary. Question 176. Seat belts are most effective when they are worn by Option A, the person driving the car. Option B, passengers when they are on a long drive. Option C, all occupants of a car being driven on an expressway. Option D, all occupants of a car every time the car is driven. The correct answer is option A, the person driving the car. Explanation. When you drive, make sure each person in your vehicle wears a seat belt. In the event of a crash, a person without a seat belt becomes a flying object and a danger to each person in the vehicle. Question 177. Crosswalk signs indicate Option A, railroad crossings. Option B, school zones. Option C, no passing zones. Option D, hospitals. The correct answer is option A, railroad crossings. Explanation. Crossback signs tell road users to yield to trains at railroad crossings. Motorcyclists should never try to race a train. Question 178. A speed restriction sign. Option A may be ignored in rainy, snowy, or icy conditions. Option B has a triangular shape. Option C is blue with black lettering. Option D shows a recommended speed for a curve or turn. The correct answer is option D, shows a recommended speed for a curve or turn. Explanation. Curve and turn warning signs often have attached advisory speed signs that show a recommended driving speed for drivers in the curves and turns. Although a driver may feel comfortable driving at a higher speed in fair weather, they should never do so under rainy, snowy, or icy conditions. Question 179. You are driving at night and another vehicle is approaching from the opposite direction. Your headlights, option A, should be on their high beam setting. Option B should be on their low beam setting. Option C should be off. Use your parking lights. Option D may be on either their high or low beam setting. The correct answer is option D, may be on either their high or low beam setting. Explanation. Do not use your high beam headlights when approaching or following another vehicle at night. Switch to the low beam setting to ensure the safety of everyone on the road. Question 180. If you have a tire blowout while driving, you should. Option A, hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Option B, step on the accelerator. Option C, turn quickly off the road. Option D, hit the brakes and stop as quickly as possible. The correct answer is option A. Hold the steering wheel tightly and brake lightly. Explanation. If a tire on your vehicle suddenly goes flat, hold the steering wheel tightly and keep the vehicle going straight. Slow down gradually by taking your foot off the accelerator and use the brakes lightly. Pull off of the road and steer to a safe location, if at all possible. Question 181. A converter dolly that has ABS can be identified. Option A, by a blue sticker. Option B, by an orange sticker. Option C, by a yellow lamp on the left side of the dolly. Option D, by a blue lamp on the left side of the trailer. The correct answer is option C, by a yellow lamp on the left side of the dolly. Explanation. Dollies manufactured on or after March 1, 1998 must have anti-lock braking systems ABS. A dolly with ABS must be identifiable by a yellow lamp on its left side. Question 182. When backing, a helper. Option A should be used whenever possible. Option B often adds to the confusion of backing. Option C should only be used if the driver is not feeling confident. Option D would likely get in the way. The correct answer is option A, should be used whenever possible. Explanation. Backing up is always dangerous because you cannot see everything behind your vehicle. Whenever possible, use a helper who can monitor your blind spots. Question 183. When making a right turn, you should not. Option A, signal to other drivers. Option B, swing too wide for your lane. Option C, slow down. Option D, move to the far right lane. The correct answer is option C, slow down. Explanation. You should slow down and activate your right turn signal before making a right turn. Be careful not to turn too wide for your lane, as this may interfere with other vehicles. Question 184. When a curb is painted blank, it means no stopping, standing, or parking is permitted at any time. Option A, yellow. Option B, blue. Option C, green. Option D, red. The correct answer is option D, red. Explanation. Painted curbs indicate parking restrictions. When a curb is painted red, it means no stopping, standing, or parking is permitted at any time. Question 185. What is gross vehicle weight GVW? Option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Option B, the total weight of a vehicle's tractor. Option C, the total weight of a loaded trailer. Option D, the weight of a tractor and trailer. before adding in the load. The correct answer is option A, the total weight of a vehicle and its load. Explanation: gross vehicle weight GVW is defined as the total weight of a single vehicle in addition to its load. Question 186. What are baffled liquid tanks? Option A, tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Option B, tanks that allow liquid to move freely without the presence of bulkheads. Option C, tanks that have nothing inside to slow the flow of liquids. Option D, tanks that are dented. The correct answer is option A, tanks that have bulkheads with holes that allow liquid to pass through freely. Explanation: baffled liquid tanks are tanks separated by internal bulkheads with holes in them. These bulkheads inhibit front-to-back surge, while the holes allow liquid to flow freely between compartments. Question 187. If an approaching driver is using their high-beam headlights, you should: Option A, look directly at the headlights. Option B, flash your high-beam lights to remind the driver to switch to their low beams. Option C, look to the right side of your lane until the vehicle has passed. Option D, pull to the side of the road until the vehicle has passed. The correct answer is option D, pull to the side of the road until the vehicle has passed. Explanation: if a vehicle is coming toward you while using its high-beam headlights, glance away from the headlights and toward the right side of the road until the vehicle has passed. This will keep you from being blinded by the lights. Question 188. What color are pavement markings that separate traffic lanes moving in opposite direction? Option A, yellow. Option B, white. Option C, yellow and white. Option D, yellow, white, and black. The correct answer is option A, yellow. Explanation: yellow lines are used in the center of the road to separate lanes of traffic moving in opposite directions. Question 189. Do not pass. Option A, on a hill or curve. Option B, when school bus lights are flashing. Option C, when approaching an intersection. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B, when school bus lights are flashing. Explanation: you should never pass if there is an oncoming vehicle in the passing lane, if your view is blocked by a curve or hill, at an intersection, before or on a railroad crossing or bridge, or in any other no-passing zone. Unless you are on the opposite side of a multi-lane roadway with a median or shared center turn lane, you may not pass a stopped school bus that has its flashing red lights activated. Question 190. If you miss your exit on an interstate expressway, option A, stop and make a U-turn. Option B, get off at the next exit and come back to the exit you missed. Option C, roll down your window and ask the driver next to you for help. Option D, back up on the highway. The correct answer is option A, stop and make a U-turn. Explanation: if you miss your turn or exit, do not back up or try to turn around on the highway. Go to the next exit and safely turn around. Question 191. Who is most likely to be killed in a work zone crash? Option A, bicyclists. Option B, workers and flaggers. Option C, drivers and passengers. Option D, motorcyclists. The correct answer is option C, drivers and passengers. Explanation: drivers and passengers are more likely to be killed in a work zone collision than anyone else. Drive carefully anytime you are in a roadwork area. Question 192. If you drink alcohol socially, what helps ensure safe driving? Option A, drink coffee before driving. Option B, ride home with a friend who has not been drinking. Option C, take a cold shower before driving. Option D, stop drinking 1/2 hour before driving. The correct answer is option A, drink coffee before driving. Explanation: one strategy to avoid driving while impaired or intoxicated is to arrange for a ride home with a friend who does not drink. Drinking coffee or taking a cold shower cannot reduce your blood alcohol content or reduce the effects of alcohol. On average, it takes about an hour for the body to eliminate the alcohol from a single drink. Question 193. to enter a freeway. Option A, signal, yield to existing traffic, and enter at the same speed that traffic is moving. Option B, signal and enter the freeway. Freeway traffic must yield. Option C, drive slowly so you can check traffic. Option D, always come to a complete stop first. The correct answer is option A. Signal, yield to existing traffic, and enter at the same speed that traffic is moving. Explanation: when merging into traffic, you should signal and enter at the same speed that traffic is moving. Always yield to other traffic when entering a roadway. Question 194. On a wet road, you should reduce your speed. Option A, by about 1/2. Option B, by about 1/3. Option C, by about 1/4. Option D, by about 1/8. The correct answer is option B, by about 1/3. Explanation: you should reduce your speed by about 1/3 when driving on a wet road. It can be difficult to stop or turn when operating on a slippery surface, so you must adjust your speed to drive safely under such conditions. Question 195. Curbs painted yellow indicate. Option A, designated free parking areas. Option B, paid parking areas. Option C, no parking zones. Option D, optional parking areas. The correct answer is option A, designated free parking areas. Explanation: some restricted parking areas are designated by painted curbs. Curbs painted yellow may indicate a loading zone, a fire hydrant, or other restrictions prohibiting parking. Question 196. When the driver behind you wants to pass, you should: Option A, speed up. Option B, go the same speed. Option C, slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Option D, change lanes. The correct answer is option C, slow down to allow room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete the pass easily. Explanation: when the driver behind you wants to pass, you should slow down so that there is enough room in front of your vehicle for the other driver to complete their pass. This will allow them to complete the passing maneuver in less time and more easily. Question 197. Which of the following statements is true? Option A, a sudden change in weather calls for a change in driving. Option B, you should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Option C, be particularly aware of vehicles coming up behind you in inclement weather. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is option B. You should slow down when driving in rain and fog. Explanation: if the weather changes suddenly, you will need to adjust your driving to adapt. Always slow down when driving in rainy or foggy conditions. Be especially aware of vehicles behind you that may be going too fast for conditions. Question 198. If your blood alcohol level is 0.04%, you: Option A, are 2 to 7 times more likely to have a crash than a person who has not consumed any alcohol. Option B, are above the legal blood alcohol limit but fine to drive. Option C, can be very sure that you will drive safely. Option D, should drink plenty of coffee before getting behind the wheel of your car. The correct answer is option A, are 2 to 7 times more likely to have a crash than a person who has not consumed any alcohol. Explanation: no amount of alcohol is safe to drink before driving. Even with a blood alcohol level of 0.04%, which is below the legal limit for people aged 21 and older, you are 2 to 7 times more likely to be involved in a crash than a person with no alcohol in their blood. Question 199. From top to bottom, the following is the proper order for traffic lights. Option A, red, yellow, green. Option B, red, green, yellow. Option C, green, red, yellow. Option D, green, yellow, red. The correct answer is option A, red, yellow, green. Explanation: on a traffic signal arranged vertically, red is always on top and green on the bottom. When arranged horizontally, red is always on the left and green on the right. Question 200. If there are 2 railroad tracks next to each other, Option A, it is always safe to proceed after one train passes. Option B, you must always stop before crossing the tracks. Option C, when one train passes, look for another train on the other track before proceeding. Option D, honk your horn as you cross the tracks. The correct answer is option C. When one train passes, look for another train on the other track before proceeding. Explanation: if there are two railroad tracks next to each other, watch for a second approaching train after one train passes. Do not begin to cross the tracks until you're sure no train is approaching from either direction on either track.